Hey everyone, welcome into the Flippin' Hippos YouTube channel. I'm Star. If you're new here or you haven't already, please consider subscribing, helping us feed all of our hungry hippos, and don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Today we are doing a what sold on eBay. About 2 weeks too late. The last time I did one of these, we wrapped up the month of February. So in this video, we will be looking at March 1st through the 17th. Which is last Sunday. And then hopefully we can get back into the groove of doing them once a week after that, looking at every Monday through Sunday. So again, March 1st through the 17th, I have pulled out every single plush that sold in those 17 days. So we can look at those, plus all of the highlights. We sold some comics, we sold some jewelry, we sold our bread and butter brands that we always sell. But I always pull out the highlights to talk about with you, whether they're good or bad, so that we can all learn together. But I do like to look at every single plush because they're my favorite. So let's start with those. This is a soccer uniform. It came out of my Build-A-Bear clothing lot I bought last year. The first couple of sales from that bulk buy had actually paid for the whole thing. And now as some of them sell, it's icing on the cake. And you can see that these had damage, and they still sold for $13.12 plus $5.50 shipping. Build-A-Bear clothing is definitely worth selling. It's definitely worth picking up. And don't forget my number one tip about Build-A-Bear clothes. If you have a Build-A-Bear and it has clothes on it, strip the bear naked and sell everything separately, unless it's a themed bear and the outfit actually goes with it. Like if you have, let's say you have a Disney or a Doctor Who bear and their outfit is part of that bear, you want to keep them together. But if it was just like this generic soccer uniform on a brown bear, strip them and sell everything separately. You'll make more money that way. Next, we have the Disney Store Lion Guard Kion. So this is Scar's son from the Disney Junior show, Lion Guard. And he does stuff, I believe. Let me look at him. Yeah, he roars and stuff. He's really cute. So he sold for $18 plus $7 shipping. This is Sam from the horror movie anthology Trick or Treat. If you've never seen that movie, it's fantastic. It's a bunch of little short stories that have characters that show up in each one, and it kind of goes around one community. This is Sam. He's one of the characters from the movie. I almost kept this for myself. I have some stuff from Trick or Treat and a little Sam figurine in my living room, but I decided to go ahead and let him go for $9.99 plus $5.50 shipping. Next, we have a Justin Bieber teddy bear. He's got a little hoodie on that says I love JB. Got a little JB on his foot. He sold for $8.99 plus $5 shipping. A Starbucks Barista Golfer Bear. So the thing with these Starbucks Barista Bears, it really depends which bear you have, what year it's from, what the bear is doing. Like this one's a golfer. I've seen them comp all over the place. When I first got all my Barista Bears, they came in a bulk buy, and I had probably about 8 or 9 of them. And some of them sold for $25 and $30. And you can see what this guy sold for. So if you don't mind bread and butter and filler items and you see the Starbucks bears for a couple of bucks or less, I would say grab them all. If you do aim for the higher dollar sales, then you want to comp them before you purchase them. This guy sold for $8.12 plus $5.50 shipping. This is a Hallmark Abigail Bunny Interactive Story Bunny. Normally they come with a book. I just disclosed that she didn't have her book, that she is tested. The batteries aren't included. I always say that in my listings. What batteries they require, that they're not included, that it's been tested. And she also had a small purple mark on her ear. So she didn't have her book. She had a little mark, which we showed right here. She still sold for $9.62 plus $7 shipping. We've had other of these interactive story buddies that have sold for more. And if they come with their book, they can sell for even more. Here we have Nick Jr. Paw Patrol Sky. Sky used to be one of those characters that was less saturated and sold for a lot more. She's becoming more saturated. I think her popularity is growing. She sold for $11.37 plus $5.50 shipping. This is a Carter's musical lullaby elephant. I love Carter's plush. It's specifically for infants. You can see it doesn't have any hard eyes or any hard parts other than the little wind-up plastic bit here for the music. This sold for $13.12 plus $5.50 shipping. We have an Easter bunny that sold for $4.44 on an offer plus $6 shipping. We're getting into the poop parade here. This is the Bush Baked Beans dog. This thing was so small. I let it go for $7 plus $6 shipping. Look how tiny. So, of course, it didn't cost quite $6 to ship, so we made a little bit of money there. Very small. And you guys are probably familiar with Duke from the Bush's Beans commercials. Here's another Hallmark Interactive Story Buddy at sea, and this one sold for $31.24 plus $5.50 shipping, and he didn't have his book. So the rabbit, even without the mark on her ear, wouldn't have gone for this much. So it just really depends on which one you get. This little bear comped a little bit higher than the rabbit. Thai Beanie Baby. This came out of the Goodwill Blue box that I bought, and I got all those Beanie Babies in. This is a velvety jumper bunny. Sold for $8.74 plus $5 shipping. Here we have a giant sloth. I let it go for $18 on a best offer plus $13 shipping. Now, with the new Ground Advantage shipping, if you're in the right zone when someone purchases something, even if it's priority and weighs 2 to 3 pounds, if it's in a box, it can ship for like $6, $7, just depending on where it's going to. And luckily, this was one of those. Usually my luck is when I sell something like this, it goes to California, and whatever the buyer paid, like $13, is what it takes to ship it. But this one was close, and you can see he's pretty big. He's 20 inches. These jumbo plush always do well. This is a Walmart Spark Create. I love Walmart plushies. I think I've talked about that before. Here's a little Build-A-Bear Groom Tuxedo. This is out of that bulk buy. This is missing its bow tie. You can see the piece of, don't use the word Velcro in your listings. You'll get a 0, but the little piece of Velcro here. It's supposed to have a bow tie, and the full outfit, I believe, comes with pants and a shirt. So I just had part of it, and I just disclosed that it's missing the bow tie, and I sold it for $4.37 plus $5 shipping. This is Tinkerbell. This is from the Disney parks. She would have sold for more, except she had somebody's name written on her butt. Right across her butt and then on her wings. So we just disclosed that and then adjusted our price accordingly. And she sold for $8.74 plus $5.50 shipping. We sold a lot of plush in the last couple of days, the first part of March. Here's a Disney Store Frozen Bruni. We don't say Bruno. Bruni Salamander plush, $10.01 and $6 shipping. He's cute. This is a DC Comics Batman. I let him go for $3.50 plus $7 shipping. Just show you some of those pictures. All right, and then we have, last but not least, somebody else from the Poop Parade, the puppy dog, $6.01 plus $6 shipping. If you're not familiar what I mean when I say the Poop Parade, they're plushies that come in bulk lots that I would never buy on purpose, and most people probably wouldn't even list, but I do anyway, to get every bit of profit I can out of every bulk buy or wholesale purchase. I'm going to be starting a new series, hopefully in April. It may have to wait until May, but I'm going to be starting a new series where I do a video each month at the end of the month called Poop Parade. If you've been around this channel for a while, you know at the end of each month, I usually do a wrap-up of the plush and the jeans that sold on eBay, and then I do the Macari and Posh sales. I'm going to be doing a Poop Parade to just show you all of the items that would be considered poop that I went ahead and listed, and we'll figure out how much profit I made by doing that. And we'll talk about that more in more depth in an introductory video for the Poop Parade, and I'm literally going to call the videos and the playlist the Poop Parade, but we'll get into that later. Hopefully I can start it in April. And I'm also going to be doing a new series soon called Final Fridays. So look for that. Right now, we are mostly focusing on listing. We are trying to get to 5,000 active listings on eBay. That is our goal right now. That is our priority. So I'm not doing as much content, YouTube, social media, as we focus on that. Once we hit that goal, which should be by June, we can pivot for the last half of 2024. And the next 6 months, I can focus on content creation, YouTube, and social media, and really put that as a priority and do a hard push on that. I wanted to say all of this just to let you guys know whatever your goals are, whatever you're trying to do, make sure it's a priority. And it's okay if other stuff goes on the back burner. And if you let other stuff go for a little while, if what is the main priority to you, your main goal that you've prioritized is what you're working on. All right, let's go ahead and look through some of the other highlights from the first 17 days of March. These are Levi's 512 perfectly slimming bootcut jeans. I did let these go on a best offer of $11.25 plus the $10 shipping. So these are bread and butter Levi's here. I wanted to talk a little bit about Orvis. This is a pretty decent bread and butter brand for men. If you can find the jorts, the men's jean shorts, or the cargo shorts, like the khaki with all the cargo pants, the cargo pockets, I should say. Those do really well also. I let this shirt go for $11.25 plus $5.50 shipping. Silver. So this is something we've put on clearance. I've been talking about that for several weeks now. A lot of our items that are a year to two or older, we're putting on a 50-cent clearance. I did a whole video about that. I'll have it pop up at the end for you. If you haven't watched it yet, I go into detail about why you should clearance out stale inventory and how we're doing it. But this is just an example of silver jeans usually go for around $40. They used to go for $50. But y'all know what I'm going to say. People race to the bottom and brands can lose popularity over time. I think most of the problem is racing to the bottom, though. A lot of times when I talk about the race to the bottom, people will comment or message me and say, sometimes it's just fashion or brands falling out of popularity. I blame the race to the bottom. I've seen it happen way too many times over the years. Yes, things can lose popularity, but here's the thing. If I list these jeans for $50 and you come in and list them for $45 because you want yours to sell first, and the next guy does $40, the next guy is going to do $35 and then $30, and that's the race to the bottom. And then you have new sellers come in who don't understand how to comp or don't understand the value of stuff and just see that folks are selling it for $30 and then everybody starts listing them for $30. My solution to that is to list stuff at what it's worth and then just run a sale. And if you really need to be the first to get rid of it, the first to sell it, if you really need money to pay a bill, if you have stale inventory, list it at what it's worth. You can see I still have this up at $37.49. It would have went on our 20% off sale for $30. Instead, I put it on a 50% off sale. And then I even took a best offer of $16.87 plus the $10 shipping. So I sold my silver jeans that were 2 or 3 years old and stale without trashing the market. These are Levi's 515 jean shorts. These are the, I cannot say this word, but here it is. I'll highlight it for you. No, I can't. I'm not going to try. I took a best offer of $8.99 plus $7 shipping on these. Here's some more Levi's 512. This pair sold for $15.62 plus $10 shipping. And you can see that these were also on clearance. Fit and Bridal. So I love this brand, especially for men's pearl snaps, but women's pearl snaps are great too. This is also a plus size. So that's a bonus. It's embroidered. It's really cute. We started it out around $23. It was on our 30% off sale we run every weekend and sold for $20.13 plus $7 shipping. Look for this brand, especially in men's pearl snaps, guys, to look out for. This was one of our games that we didn't want anymore. We got a PS5 a couple years ago, you know, when they first came out. So we cleared out our entertainment system. We have a box of video games. They're slow to move. They're older games. They don't sell for a lot. This one sold for $12.99 plus $5.50 shipping. But there is a market out there. When you clear out your house, I talk about that all the time too. If you clear out your DVDs and your video games, you might as well list them your reseller. Don't prioritize it, but spend this afternoon watching a movie and listing your own stuff that you cleared out from your house. These are Levi's boyfriend jeans. They sold for $12.50 plus $10 shipping. Love Levi's. You know what else I love? The wax jean, but I love you jeans. Look out for the YMI and the Royal Wanna Betta Butts, but also look for the wax jeans, but I love yous. Spelled with 2 T's. They're kind of the same. They're shaping, lifting, slimming jeans. And here's the irony and the funny part. All of the but I love yous and the Wanna Betta Butts are in very small junior sizes. And you'd think these are the really skinny people that don't need the lifting and the shaping, but it happens. And they sell really well. This pair was new with tags and sold for $20.12 plus $7 shipping. And they almost always ship first class or ground advantage because they are the smaller sizes. And yes, I do still call it first class all the time. Joe's jeans sold for $25 plus $10 shipping. Joe's jeans are still something you want to be on the lookout for. They sell for $35 on the regular, $30 to $40 depending on the style. These are the Laura Petites. Levi's $5.19. I did take a best offer of $22.49 on these, plus the $10 shipping. These are men's. Men's always sell for a little bit more than women's. And you'll notice you get, knock on wood, less returns with men's clothing as well. Here's some Celebrity Pink jean shorts. Celebrity Pink, y'all, is a poop brand. I would never source full-length jeans or shirts or anything else by this brand. And I would not advise you to or teach anyone else to. However, if you find the jean shorts for $2 or less, grab them. These sold for almost $19, all of them with shipping. Jean shorts are their own entity. I don't discern with brands with those. This is a full-length maxi skirt denim. These do really well. Any brand, denim or khaki or any of these long maxi skirts. You can use keywords like modest in your title. Depending on the brand is how much you're going to get for it, but they all sell pretty fast. So even though this skirt sold for $13.12 plus 10 shipping, which is like $23, it only took a couple of weeks to sell. I got it from a ThredUp box. And then I wanted to show you guys this. This is funny. Speaking of selling your own stuff, I had purchased this costume to wear at FlipCon last year. The last night of the reseller event was a party with the AD theme and everybody came in costume. This was mine. I didn't use everything or wear everything from it. You can see the earrings are still in the little bag. And I wore it once to that party and it was sitting in my closet since last August. And I was like, I am never going to wear this again. So I decided to go ahead and get some really great pictures. I got one picture of everything and then individual pictures of the cute stuff it comes with. And then in the description, I did break down what it includes. And I wanted to show you this because if you ever do sell a lot of Happy Meal toys or a lot of Beanie Babies, or you sell a costume like this, I always break down in a list form of everything that comes in the sale so that there's no surprises for the buyer. I mentioned the earrings are still in the bag, never worn. The rest of the costume was worn one time for a few hours. I measured the items and then, I have this list here. I sold it for $15 on a best offer plus $7 shipping. I believe I might have paid $20 for this, probably a little bit less on Amazon when I first bought it. So this wasn't something purchased to flip, but it's nice to get it out of my closet and to get a little bit of money back on something that I purchased to wear one time. So it's not sitting in my closet. And again, get a little bit of money back since I only wore it once. But don't be afraid to clean out your closets, your entertainment centers, your knickknacks. I say that all the time, but Keith and I once or twice a year do clean out our closets and dressers and everything, and we list stuff. It's one of the joys of being a reseller. You don't have to donate stuff. You can kind of get the money back on stuff that you purchased for yourself. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns about anything you saw in this video or reselling in general, let me know down below. I do answer everybody. And also join our Facebook group, Flippin' Hippos Reseller Pod. Hope to see you in there. Until next time, go be productive, go make some money. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Y'all are the best. Bye.